Hi guys, and welcome to May Is Your Ex Coming Back series. So this is dedicated to the people who kind of like still have this connection to their ex, or they're feeling the ex might be coming back. Just keep in mind that if you kind of decide in your head that you don't want to take him or her back, that's the final answer. So that kind of like trumps any other influence, and you already know what you're going to do about it. Still, sometimes it's fun to see how they're thinking in their own head. I'm going to show you the significators because I have developed this spread. It took me quite a while to actually find a combination, and you can imagine finding a combination of 7. We have here in Ontario 749, so you pick 7 numbers out of 4 and 9, so I picked 7 numbers out of 78, so actually much harder, so hence it is really difficult to do this. But finally I find something that really works, and these cards are from a different deck. Think of that as the chapters of the book. I'm going to explain to you what they mean. So before I get there, just to let you know that I actually started a first group of tarot school. I'm really excited, and I'm so excited because everybody in the school is like so much fun. It's just like, oh my gosh, you want more? Here, more. If ever in life, you know, one can actually wish for it, this was the one. And oh my gosh, I have to tell you, I am so excited. So the next round is going to be the 15th of May. You can sign up. The link is in the description box. And I actually decided I'll have small, basically groups. Initially, I thought it's going to be a self-study, no guidance of mine. But I'm actually interacting by actually fixing the homework, checking the homework, giving guidance. So hence it's going to be more of my hands-on. So you can join in. Now I'm getting a clear idea how this is going to go. And as I said, it's going to be a limited group, maybe 10 at a time. I kind of like took, I think, quite a bit in this first round, but that's okay because I love how insistent and how basically intense they are, because they're going to make this really good for everybody else who follows. So okay, so let's jump into this. This X spread kind of like has this elements, has this, let's call it dimensions, that I really want to address over here. And they make sense. You see, in this group that is represented with the magician, I want to see what in this relationship works, and sort of like what are these like brownie points that you can earn like without much effort. So also it's going to tell me if this relationship was ever a go. In the second house, the temperance is reversed purposely because temperance usually makes things work. But I really want to see what is tearing this relationship apart and why the issues have been experienced over there. Then we have 2 significators. One, and I don't go with astrological things, and if you ever go in my school you will understand why. And this is basically telling me what kind of like personality you have to be when you date, because we're not the same person when we date and when we settle in. So hence it's going to be 1 significator and a second significator. And here, and the cat is trying to destroy my headset over here. Here we are going to see the energy in between, like this like flow of love and exchange and what's going on. And now these 2 cards, the Judgment, is going to tell me what karma is thinking about this whole mix. Is this doable? Is it workable? How to go about that, right? And lastly, we will have the 4 of Wands. Generally, 4 of Wands always talks about the next stage. So what is the next stage in this relationship? Is it good? Is it bad? It's going to depend on the sign. And lastly, how I do the signs. Keep in mind that most of us are just humans. I'm sorry, I actually live in a very quiet part of Toronto, really very much to the river and forest, but sometimes we get these noises, especially at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you are watching this because you're still connected, sometimes we have the karmic bond, sometimes like it takes time to get over a relationship, then it is really good to check for both of you. It's also good to check for your partner's Mars sign, because Mars sign tells you really what they want. You can just Google, find the free natal chart for anybody, and you will figure out what is a Mars sign for somebody. And that way we can kind of like determine really what is the really good chance of this relationship. And last point, guys, this is a general reading, so I'm focusing on you, and you already have you and somebody else in mind. You're already holding the energy of not only 2 main signs, but also their ascendants and everything else. So I'm accumulating all this energy, focusing on it, shuffling the cards toward that energy, and delivering. It is different when I'm doing the private reading, and this spread is on the special. It is still $50. I'm keeping it because when people are in distress, I really don't want to make money of them. The regular price for this is $65, but I have been keeping it discounted. And now it's also a speed up promotion that is happening simultaneously. So instead of waiting 3 weeks for this to come back to you, you're getting it within a week. So it is a good deal to try it. So let's start with Maze. Is your ex coming back? Welcome to your May. Is your ex coming back? So let me tell you, 6, 6, 6, 6. I need to see 3 6s to tell me it's karmic relationship. So you have both the Lovers reversed, which goes in the dark side, and the Devil. This is a codependency card, the Devil, and this is sort of like creating yourself something unhealthy, which is falling in the category that looks like you're well aware of that some kind of like give and take and sharing was not sort of like a two-way street over here. When I see this combination, first of all, it is telling me that you probably are feeling very connected to this person. Very, very. Because that's what karmic soulmates do. Sometimes people linger in that loop for centuries. You go from one life to another to this person, and you're meeting with them, trying to resolve something. And sometimes we are losing sense of what needs to be resolved. You definitely, both of you are actually reminiscing about each other. You want to build something with this person, and it looks like whenever the Devil shows up, it's something unhealthy. Because you see here, they do have a choice. And the choice is, hey, you want to stick around with this awesome looking woman? Or do you want to go into this next Conquerors over here? But the Lovers is falling in this category which says that something needs to be glued. And he doesn't feel like either. The Lover is reversed is talking about non-committal energy. It talks about somebody just grabbing everything for themselves, right? You offer, right? Let's say there is like enough drink for 2 people on the table, and you offer, and they were going to tank to themselves 2 glasses, not even think that you matter. Because that's the whole thing, that this kind of like balance needs to be established over here. It's completely off the rails. Look at the dark cards. The Devil is my cutting cord kind of message, where you get anxiety, where you go, oh my gosh, this is swirling in my head, I cannot get rid of it, right? It's very unlike this card. Look, it's feeling stuck, and you have to think that something will feel sticky and stucky, because that actually never happened ever in my readings. Look at these cards. Something is still connecting them to you. This can talk about addictions. This can talk about ex-partners who, you know, sometimes they're linked to children or through different kind of situations. But on the baseline can talk about codependence, which I will put somewhere here. I think, I hope I'll remember, because codependency is what many of us these days think this is love. We're like, I can't live without him. Oh my gosh, I'm going to break down. This actually is not love. That would actually be discard. Love is, and I think the reference for most of you will be too old. It was that episode of The Friends when Jennifer Aniston, or Rachel, was breaking up with Ross. I think they kind of like broke up and they were on the break, and then he was with somebody else, and to her that was cheating, which basically is cheating. And she was sitting in the windowsill and simply being sad. But she was being sad. She was not devastated. And this is kind of like devastated energy, right? And that's the difference between how sadness is expressed in these two energies. Because this person is actually just trying to see what is in it for me. How do I get these two glasses for me? They are not looking in the future. It is like, what can I do for me right now, right here? And this whole situation kind of like seems to be upsetting and has the circular feeling of being stuck, kind of like in a spot. So let's see. Well, the Karma card to boot. Queen of Pentacles is a wife. So I suppose somebody married here. This could actually indicate divorce over here, because the Lovers also means choice, but sometimes means choosing just to be on your own. Wow, 2 Karma cards. There is you guys, the Strength card, but it's reversed. Wow, this like first 2 weeks in May might not be fun, because it would be dealing with something. It's kind of weird, because you Leos, you want to build something. You feel, oh, I can overcome this. My charisma is so strong, because you are born with charisma. This is your gift. But that charisma has a price to pay, right? That you get what you want, you know? They say beware what you wish for. And it looks like you're going in that kind of direction, because this is connecting to the past and over here as well. So I don't know what kind of marriage is this. Is your marriage that something was not functioning, is not working out? I kind of like it, definitely, because one is up, one is down. Like I have 2 cards, and look, 78 cards. There are only 2 cards with the scales. One is the judicial scales, and one is merchant scale. So when this card shows up, this is not, yeah, it can suggest legal processes, but it's also talking about making it even, making you whole, like they call it in the law. You don't get everything that you want. You get what you need, and you get what you deserve. I'm not so sure if this is you, Queen of Pentacles, or there's some other woman in a situation, another partner, but there is like a coupling over here. Or maybe you want to move forward, maybe you want to forget the past, or maybe you're going to find out that maybe a person is getting divorced. Now you feel, hey, awesome, clearance, I can move forward. But this person is not committing. This person is not telling you the truth, but there will be communication here. It will be communication about something. They might even tell you that they actually do want something serious, because they have the Devil. This is something that can be useful for them. But look, they are not looking in the distance anymore. And how can you test it? They cannot put this facade for too long. They will get really, really tired from this wooing it, and hence they will just vanish. It's kind of interesting to have like the 2 knights, and the knights go somewhere, they don't stay. These are actually 2 slow knights. One is very emotional and, you know, tells all these beautiful stories, seduction stories, right? And this one is very earthy. This person is not necessarily very attractive, but this person is like so becoming more exciting and exciting day after day after day. You know, like, I mean, we kind of like grow in you and you go, oh my God, I love Josh. Remember that last scene from The Clueless? It's just like, it hits you. Oh my God. But there are things from the past that need to be aired out, and things that that are kind of linking to that kind of commitment. It's going to be kind of exhausting, period. We just came through like really difficult Mercury retrograde. You see, the moon is reversing over here for you. What kind of sacrifice this is? There is a need for sacrifice, but somebody is really not sacrificing it properly. Okay, so this is better. Oh my gosh, guys. There is some kind of clarity happening. Maybe somebody sacrificed, you know, other person. It's like, we have to do the sacrifice, kill him, kind of a thing, right? Something like that I see here. But you're okay with that. I'm really sorry, but it kind of looks like that because it's falling in this category. Sacrifice. Like, I mean, the whole point of sacrifice is like that we sacrifice, that we learn it, that we kind of want to experience things from a different standpoint. Or maybe you think that you're understanding the situation that has been happening, that has been kind of blocking the progress over here, right? But look at this. 1 and 1. Mr. Fantastic is now no longer wooing you. He's actually saying, I'm here to stay. But he's saying this. He's coming back because he wants to stabilize in his life, and there are issues with that. So, Trojan horse, guys. Trojan horse, because just before he was like big and high and mighty, right? Because looks like there was somebody else here. But now he's turning around, or she's turning around, because it's interchangeable. So guys, tell me, what's up? What's going on here? This must really feel, because of all the 6s. This is really, really strong. I can see that. You also have 8s. So they're like this issue of almost like feeling, I lived so many lives to meet you. It's now or never. It's literally for you guys. I can totally see that. So please let me know. I would love to see your comments. And if you're not subscriber, please subscribe and like. Then you get invited to my live sessions. And then it's like awesome time to interact and ask questions. And I have such amazing crowd on these live chats. So see you there. And guys, this is a general reading. For yours, contact me via www.cattarot.ca and you can get yours and you can know exactly what is in store for you. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon. Next week, I believe it's already the tarot for May. Love you.